I'm just curious. I know opportunity is always in the equation, but as a player, what do you do better now than you did a year ago, 2 years ago? What's better about you as a player, do you think?
Definitely technique. Technique, the small details in certain plays, learning every single position, and just a mentality that I can do it. Last year, like my first year, I played a little bit at the end of the year. I got hurt last year, came back off IR, did good. I think it just slowly built my confidence year in and year out where I'm at this point where I truly believe that I'm a number one receiver.
Do you think that kicked in last year when you came back, that hey, I can really do this and make a go of this?
Yeah, my first game back last year was arguably my best game. So yeah, my last year was just stepping stone. I need to get to do what I'm doing this year.
Next one, Mike List.
Yeah, Tim, even with that, when the Broncos drafted Judy and Hamler in the first 2 rounds, I don't think people were thinking you'd be the first receiver to have back-to-back 100-yard games. And, they were talking, maybe you and Deshaun battling out for the number 4 spot after that happened. What did you think about that and all the attention that the rookies got on draft day?
I was happy, honestly, because it was what we needed for our offense. Speed. We just needed more speed. And Judy was the best route runner in his class by far. And I would have took Judy at that spot if I was in that same position. So I was happy. I just knew I was going to have to do more for them to be able to get an eye on me. So it just made me work harder, but it was definitely what our offense needed. So I was happy that we made make those picks.
Next one, Ryan O'Halloran.
Hey, Tim, was it correct that your junior college quarterback lives in the area? And
Yeah.
Did you guys work out together during the shutdown? And if so, how much did that help you going into camp?
Yeah, we did. Chris Bonner, yeah, we worked out a few times. He would throw for me when I didn't have a quarterback. It definitely helped out because I didn't have a quarterback, so catching the ball is my job. So it was huge for him to be out here and for him to take the time out of his day. He's working a full-time job just to come help me out and throw for me.
Thanks.
Next one, Nick Kozmeyer.
Yeah, Tim, Coach Z, when I talked to him the other day, said you're kind of like Freddy Krueger, the way you've been able to kind of continue to come back, off these injuries and stuff. And I'm just curious, whether it was the injury, the bad injury you had at Utah or getting hurt last year, were there ever any moments within that you, got discouraged, sort of, questioned things at all?
My first injury in Utah, yeah, because it was the first time I ever got hurt, and it was a tib-fib compound fracture, and that's not a normal first injury. So I was discouraged during the end, but like once I came back from that, I was like, it kind of doesn't get any worse than that. So my whole mindset after that was like, whatever's thrown at me, I'll be able to take it.
Next one, Alex Templeton.
Hey, Tim, a two-parter for you. Number one, when Cortland got hurt, did you kind of tell yourself you were going to have to step up and be the leader of that group, so to speak? And then secondly, this week, Drew Lock has talked about how he put in a good word for you as soon as Pat Shurmur got the gig in the winter. Were you aware of that, and what do you think of that?
So for the first one, when Cortland got hurt, no, I didn't think that, honestly. First of all, I didn't know his injury was that serious at first because he was walking around, running around, trying to warm up and get ready to come back out. I never thought of myself of leading by talking. I always try to lead by example with my play. And I'm slowly learning to talk more to help the younger guys out, let them know what to expect, just guide them along this journey we're about to take together. So, not the best leader right now, but I'm learning day in and day out. And the second one with Drew, I didn't know he went out on a limb for me. He did tell me Shula liked what I did on film, but he never told me that.
And what do you think, that just knowing that your quarterback had kind of that that much faith in just a little bit of time you guys had worked together to kind of endorse you like that?
I think it speaks volume, what I've been doing since I got here. And that's all it takes. It takes one person to notice you and you get your foot in the door. And thankfully that guy was Drew, the starting quarterback for the team.
Guys, time for 3 more. Next one, Jack Stevens.
Hey, Tim, what do you want to continue to work on and continue to show, the Broncos and the rest of the NFL?
Show that we're not the same team for the past 2 years. Continue to compete at a high level, our energy, and personally, receiving core wide. I don't think we played a complete game yet. Like we got out fast last week, but we didn't finish strong, and that's something that we plan on fixing this week. So I just think we just got to keep on competing, and everything else will take care of itself. Because if you guys can see, we're a very talented team from top to bottom. We got so many guys injured, but for some reason we're still out there making plays at all the positions where somebody's injured at, and it just shows how deep we truly are.
Guys, final 2, Eric or Nick.
Tim, the last time you had back-to-back 100-yard games was against San Jose State and USC. What do you remember from those games in 2016? Does it feel like a long time ago to you?
Nah, because it was 100-yard games. It felt like it was yesterday. Honestly, you never truly know you have a 100-yard game until at the end of the game and somebody tells you. Like, it never feels like 100. It never feels like enough. You really think about 100 yards is a whole football field. So you telling me I pretty much scored a touchdown today, even though I didn't. So it feels good, and it feels even better that we're winning. If I was doing that, we weren't winning, but it doesn't mean anything because it wasn't enough. So whatever I got to do to help my team win, I'm willing to do it.
Final one, Nick.
Yeah, and of course the USC game ending it with a winning touchdown, I'm sure keeps that in your memory. But just switching gears to Kansas City, what's just the biggest challenge that this defense presents, kind of from your perspective as a wide receiver?
Honestly, I don't have nothing good to say, so I'm not even gonna say anything.